Like Nanny Helen Burroughs. Ida B. Wells was another major activist that people don't necessarily associate with the suffrage movement, but she absolutely was.
Black women never find a very comfortable home in women's suffrage associations. Racism is always present, sometimes in very pronounced ways.
We have pictures of parades, marches, women dressed up in sort of late 19th, early 20th century Victorian gear, hats, large hats, carrying signs about votes for women. And most of these images are of white women.
The key figures are a remarkable duo of women, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, and those two women will take us to the 19th Amendment. In August of 1920, the state of Tennessee will, by a mere one vote, ratify the 19th Amendment, an amendment that prohibits the states from using sex as a criteria for voting, and it will become part of the Constitution, and American women win the right to vote.
So for white women, it was the end of a long fight, but for many Black women, it was just the beginning of an uphill battle to exercise those rights.
African American women are aware, but really everyone is aware, that nothing in the 19th Amendment is going to prohibit individual states from continuing to disenfranchise Black voters.
And so the first election that they had after the bill passed, the white women were going to vote, and we dressed up and went to vote. And when we got on there, well, we couldn't vote. They gave us all different kind of excuses why. We just stayed. We asked, we want to know why we couldn't vote. And the answers to the questions were so invalid, we were not satisfied. So finally one woman, Mrs. Simmons, said, "Are you saying that we can't vote because we are Negroes?" And he said, "Yes, Negroes don't vote in primary in Texas." So that just hurt our hearts real bad.
And so the 19th Amendment, even as we mark this anniversary, it leaves many, many American women to continue the struggle for political rights, including the vote. And African American women are one chapter or one facet of that story. There's nothing in the 19th Amendment that guarantees Chinese immigrant women the vote. There's nothing in the 19th Amendment that guarantees to Native American women the vote. Latinx women, particularly Mexican American women, also occupy an ambiguous place in the story of voting rights. For Black women, the right to vote is symbolic, and that's not to diminish symbolism. It's to say that the right to vote is a sign that they are full and equal citizens of the United States. African American women are facing the challenges of racial violence, lynching, and access to the polls. African American women are looking at a range of inequalities, economic inequalities, housing inequalities, health inequalities, educational inequalities. And access to the ballot is a lever in those struggles. It is the gateway to sitting on juries. It is the gateway to office holding. Black women have an agenda, and it is an ambitious one, and one that they hope the vote will help them further.
It wasn't easy to try to get people to come out to go and try to register to vote, because the first time that we went, we had a circle around the courthouse of pickup trucks and rifles and white people getting ready to stop us. Only 4 people got in that whole day.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, this mic?
4-5. We live.
All the way.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we're going to deep detail dive into politics from a hood point of view.
Yeah, Hood.
I'm Rapper Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother.
And this is HVP. Welcome. It's a lot going on.
This mic on?
You gotta stop doing that right there.
Oh, I can't hear nothing. No. There you go.
Jeez. Go ahead. Yeah, it's so much going on today, man. We got Elon Musk. I don't know if you've seen that, don't you?
No, I ain't watching.
Cannons on is running loose.
That
As usual.
That dizzy, bro.
Trump, did he rape her or not? You know what I'm saying? Now,
I guess that's how you look at it and what you believe rape or sexual assault is.
and George Stephanopoulos. Hey, bro, George Stephanopoulos. You know that's his name, though, right?
Stephanopoulos.
Ain't that some shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's a real name. Ain't that some shit? But he been doing that shit for a minute, though. Long time, man. I remember he was I think he was in Clinton campaign
he was in
somewhere.
Clinton White House.
Oh, he was in the White House. Yeah. So
Him and his wife.
he had an interview with his wife was in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy because he had an interview with a Republican who said she'd been raped before. So we're gonna touch on that joint a little bit later. So that was crazy too. So everything good? What's going on, player? You ready for this this battle we got coming up, man? It's clear now. There's only 2 rape people left. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
Well, it's been that way for a minute.
I don't know if you've seen motherfucking Stephen A. lately.
Stephen A. full of it. We talked about him the other day.
Yeah, but
He done something else.
so yeah, when we talked about him the other day is when he was just talking outside his neck about Democrats, Republicans, and all types of shit. But now he went back and tried to clear it up. Hey, bro, just like Candace Owens, I gotta clear this up.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
this is the problem.
The problem
People
with
like
these
that.
motherfucking whatever these people is, these black motherfuckers.
They want to say shit. They want to say shit and ain't talk and ain't think nobody paying attention. And when they get called out on it, then they want to walk it back and ain't what I mean, ain't what I said, and all this old shit. You know the fuck you said, especially Stephen A. Motherfucker. You know exactly what you saying.
Oh, yeah.
Your hyper ass.
That's what I'm saying. Not only that, Stephen A. was adamant about, Democrats, you lost. And Trump is this and that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody done touched him.
Yeah. But see,
you know, change his tune.
I knew that was coming at ESPN anyway, because at that network, as soon as you get start talking a little too political, they gonna whisper in your ear, tell you you're gonna tone that shit down, or they're gonna get rid of you. Ask Jamel Hill.
But
So
like the black Republicans look at it as, all right, he can't say what he want to say, right? If he loved Trump, say it. That's how they feel, right? But on the flip side, he brag about how much money he got, Stephen A. But all that money would disappear if he started screaming he loved racist.
oh yeah.
Period. Anyway, I don't care if you don't think you're racist or not, but that's just the bottom line. If he starts saying that, or even insinuating that he might be voting that way, all his cake be gone. No more cake. He'd be a cupcake.
But see, it happened to so many black people in the past.
You gotta remember the people that pay him
Yeah.
don't agree with Trump.
Right. ABC and Disney. Hollywood and the entertainment business in general is overwhelmingly liberal. So you're not going to get away with saying things that's going to alienate part of the audience. If he started, because especially on the sports network like that, because sports one of the things that everybody in the country look at. So when you start alienate a part of the audience, They ain't having that because that's fucking with their advertising dollars. They ain't having that shit. They'll get rid of his ass. They got rid of Stephen A. before. Stephen A. know. He know they'll get rid of his ass. And like I said a couple weeks ago, if he don't think that they wait for him to slip up real bad and say that one thing that's going to, or do one thing that's going to take his ass off the air so they can bump Pat McAfee up in that spot, he done lost his fucking mind.
Real simple.
And that's part of why he walking shit back.
I was shocked, to be honest with you, when he was just outright, just seeming like what he do is what these people do when they come on our platform, right? Is where they beat up the Democrat, but never recognize that the Republican doing anything. And then once you say you're a Republican, they explode and say, "How the fuck you being a Republican?" No, because the only people you worried about you beating up is the Democrats. I'm confused. Right. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. It's only two parties. You know what I'm saying?
Like the GOP, MAGA, Republicans, whatever you want to call them, they big on talking points. And anytime you get into a discussion with them, you say a discussion, an argument, a back and forth, or whatever, they're gonna always go to the same thing. Well, the Democrats was racist. Democratic Party was racist. I was listening to some fool coming in. Damn, what's his name again? And he spouted off so many of the same talking points. What the Democratic Party did for black people? This is the party of Jim Crow. This was the party of slavery. This was the party of this, that, and the third. What's that? Vince Everett Ellison. So
Vince Everett Ellison. If you ever see this podcast, slide on anytime you want.
Yeah, because this fool crazy. But they always go to the same talking points. And my thing is this, and this is what this when Democrats is in power and they empower the Senate, not the Senate, they empower in the House right now. All bills got to come from the House. Ain't no getting around with it. So if you're in control of the House and you can bring what you want to the floor, you can have an up or down vote on what you want to. Why are you not bringing any bills to the floor that help or support black people, black causes, minority people, and so on and so forth? You have the power right now because you control the House that you can bring anything you want to the floor, but you don't. And then you say, well, what have the Democrats done? When you can run off, we can run off a list of what motherfucking Democrats have done.
We can do that all night.
Or trying to do. But you say, okay, you got the power to sit up there. Y'all got the Speaker of the House who controls the House, who can say whatever, bring whatever, and you have the power to say, look, I know that the Democrats have gave you Obamacare, for instance, but we think we have a better idea, and tell us what that idea is, but you never do. You say that you can do better for us when it comes to the economy, but you never say when you have the power and you had a floor to bring what you want to the floor, you don't never bring, well, we're gonna propose a tax cut or tax breaks for the middle class and the poor. You always go straight. We're gonna do a tax cut for the rich.
the only problem I got, first of all, most of these black people that went along with white culture and put themselves in a situation where their money, their livelihood is now based on white culture paying for it. The Stephen A's, the Ice Cubes, the Owens, all these people jumped out there.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, each and every one of them was a Democrat before Trump came on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing I noticed about all y'all fools, y'all MAGA fools, black MAGAs, that y'all gonna say, oh yeah, I was a Democrat. Is nobody in their right fucking mind can go all the way from just a Democrat all the way to MAGA and skip independent.
You know what it's
some
called?
more shit.
You know
to
what
go
I
to a
call it?
racist, bro?
You know what I call it? I call it tokenism. You allow yourself to be a token for these people to say, look.
Oh, they already been tokens.
Yeah.
That's what
they say.
Well, that's the other word we forgot too. Token.
Yeah, tokens.
Yeah, they tokens.
But you can say, look at this one. Look at this one here. Look at that one there. And then everybody can say, well, you want everybody to say, well, he did this for take the Kodak Black shit for instance. He'll commute Kodak Black sentence or whatever he did for Kodak Black and parade his ignorant looking ass around. Look what I did for him, or look what I'm doing for black people, or look what I've done for the justice system, or whatever the fuck. When you could parade him around and say you did this and you did that for that one individual, and then you think, well, you got people that are ignorant enough to look at it and say, damn, he did that for him, he'll do that for me. Or he trying to do something. And I'm like, well, your dumb ass still in jail. And this fool keep going back to jail. When you got people in the system, a lot that's there unjustly, a lot that been had sentences put on them too long, that have been there, done the right thing, did what they needed to do, and beyond. It can't get no type of rhythm. But this fool, you'll parade out there like a minstrel character, like a clown. Kanye.
Exactly.
Ice Cube.
Steve
Harvey.
Stephen A. They're all jumping out there. And everybody got to remember, they are millionaires. They not, even if they was born in our situations, they haven't seen it in 30 years.
This is the situation. And this is the thing. This is what I see. They'll run up there and kiss Trump ass. Y'all was millionaires before Trump. Long before Trump. Y'all was millionaires. Y'all had deep pockets. Y'all was making money. Y'all was selling records. Y'all was making movies. And a lot of that money you made is off of black people. But like I said before, and me and you had this back and forth on this podcast before, that a lot of people vote with their wallet. It ain't nobody that don't vote with their wallet. And a lot of people, them included, when Trump was passing out these tax breaks and they in the upper tax bracket, they want to kiss his ass. And they think that Trump all about money. Trump is making money. Yeah, Trump make money. This dude has been declared bankruptcy, about 5 times?
True. And he's trying to avoid now again
before
after on $500 million.
Yeah,
he can't pay that
before they take all the shit.
But my problem is, like you said, all those black people, right? My problem is now the Candace Owens, right? She jumped all the way out there with these black Republican thing, right?
Yeah.
All the way out there.
Yeah.
All the way in the deep in, right? And then when you look back, once they turn on her, like they doing now, where would she have to go? She is so far deep up the ass of Trump.
Yeah.
If Trump loses, which he's going to do or not, regardless, he's not going to be here forever. If he gone, she ended her whole career because she stuck her head up his ass.
Yeah.
And as a black woman, it's disgraceful. Mama, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. She had she talked about Israel and Gaza, right?
Yeah.
And right now she getting her ass tore fucking apart.
Yep.
Because now she anti-Semitic. And now she on the joint telling us, oh yeah, I got my friend Israel from Israel. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You doing the black man is my friend thing? That white people do?
Oh, it's just like who the broad that
I got a sit. Oh, my classmate, my worker is the black.
Who the broad that went over?
Doing that?
Yeah, who the broad recently went over Israel? Talking about she went. Was it It wasn't what's her goddamn name? The one made the pedophile video. That was God damn it.
A pedophile video?
With the other nigga.
Oh, the clown ass nigga. God damn. Pettis. What's her name? The actress, right?
Yeah.
God damn. Damn, what was her name? The main man did that shit with the like he fucked with the little boy.
Yeah. That's
damn it.
How the fuck I forget her name?
Tiffany Harris.
That's her. Didn't she just go over Israel talking about she going over there to see what was going on? Bitch, who is you?
First of all, that bitch is wrong from the beginning to even be involved in anything that had to do with anything after doing that motherfucking boy video, whatever the fuck she was doing there. You know what I'm saying? What was that other clown ass nigga that actually did this shit?
It was her and the nigga Ari Spears. That's him.
That Bama.
That clown.
This nigga had the keys and man, that joint right there.
But see, now you got Candace Owens running to the Breakfast Club.
Oh, I'm about to get to that in a minute. Hold on.
Don't nobody fuck with the Breakfast Club either.
I'm about to get to that in a minute. We definitely gonna get to that. I'm gonna play her for real quick. She want to apologize for the Jew comments. For anybody that's out there, y'all MAGA blacks, listen to your queen here. She about to back your track, flippity flop, 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 back up like Stephen A. and Ice Cube in them. Now, hold on. I will give Ice Cube credit. He haven't backed up yet. Rest of these fools is backtracking. You know what I'm saying? Right. I will give him that. He haven't done this yet. But once he started doing this, now, this is her.
Herself.
All right, so you guys may have seen some of this on my Instagram stories this morning because I woke up and I was so frustrated and also incensed when I saw a clip circulating from our show and people were tagging me and saying stuff like this. Look at this Instagram post. This person writes, "Well done, @RealCandaceOwens. Keep confirming your true colors and you can go and join your BFF at Kanye West with your anti-Semitic stance against Israel." And then you can see that they have taken a clip from the show. Obviously, it's completely out of context, and that's the point of it. And they've even painted a clown face onto me. And then the person writes over that clip, "Clown Candace Owens, Israel's Super Bowl hostage ads were propaganda as Netanyahu bombed a refugee camp. Why would we call our rep to do something that has nothing to do with America?" By the way, that is an actual quotation that I did say. Why would we call our reps to do something that has nothing to do with America? So just to recap, because as I said, obviously this was taken out of context. People don't know what show this is from. People also who are circulating this clip don't listen to my podcast. And the purpose of them doing that sort of underhanded trick is to make them angry, even if they don't really know necessarily what they're angry about. Now, for those of you that listen to my show, you know that as a regular beat, we constantly talk about the emotional engineering in our society, the emotional engineering that's taking place in American society that's meant to make us want to support causes, whether it's at home, like you should feel bad for an illegal alien and we should be funding this, even though it is to our detriment, or, and especially abroad. It gets especially senseless when we are being emotionally manipulated to want to support causes overseas. And I didn't support our money being sent to Afghanistan. I did not support our money being sent to Ukraine. I did not support, therefore, our money being sent to Israel. And I've especially been harsh when it comes to Ukraine. When that conflict broke out,
Before we go any further. Now, right there, she admitted. First of all, she's saying that she don't want money going anywhere, right? So what she's saying is she consistent with she's saying, right? That's what she's trying to say, right? But then on the flip side, I'm gonna ask her, do you know actually what the money was going for? Or you just saying no money at all? And what are you saying? Because I had no problem with humanitarian reasons. Do you? Is that what you're saying? I'm confused because most of the money that America spend is for humanitarian reasons.
Yeah, a lot of it is.
And for example, in Haiti, I don't like nothing they doing in Haiti, but they did give them $300 million. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? So in the end, what is she really saying? You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is my thing. I got a lot of things. Where was this doing when we went over motherfucking Iraq and blew shit up? And then Halliburton, which is the company that Dick Cheney sat on the board of, got all the fucking contracts to rebuild Iraq. Because don't y'all know, and we learned this in motherfucking history in school, in social studies and civics and all that shit, whatever you want to call it, that when we blow a motherfucker up and bomb a motherfucker, you know that we pay to rebuild them back up, right? How you think Halliburton got all them contracts? So wasn't none of this shit said when she gets on, and she don't want, and that you got her who don't want no money sent nowhere to support the cause of democracy.
And first of all, Haiti, she can't explain that. She from the Caribbean. No, she not from the Caribbean. It's her family from the Caribbean.
Oh, family from the Caribbean. I didn't know that.
And she don't give a fuck about Haiti.
How?
See, again, I understand y'all love these motherfucking fake. To me, she's a fake person, period. She's just faking for the I think all of them faking for the internet. They faking for views.
What did I say the other day? The one thing it seems that you have to do when you step on over to that Republican side, you're gonna hate yourself and you're gonna hate your own kind. You hate your own kind, and there's no way you can hate your own kind without hating yourself. You can't hate my blackness without despising your own. That's the way I look at it. And all of them is like that. Yeah. All of them, even the ones that come on here.
I'm glad we're doing this. Because to me, I'm noticing that it's air. They got nothing but air they preaching, bro.
Forget Ukraine was doing so much propaganda at that time, particularly Zelensky. Remember this photo that I absolutely lambasted? Zelensky with his wife for Vogue. What is that? Why are you on the cover of Vogue? If you are in a very serious war, you shouldn't make time for this. And then, of course, we had the Associated Press, and he was all dressed up in army fatigues. Again, emotional manipulation. He's not fighting on the front lines. Why is he wearing army fatigues at all? Wear a suit. Billions and billions of dollars being sent there. And lastly, and this made me especially frustrated, when Zelensky appeared at the Grammys. What an absurdity. This is an American entertainment show. It's supposed to be an entertainment show, and it should be completely void of any sorts of overseas propaganda. So, of course, in the context of how I feel about this sort of a thing, it makes perfect sense that I would say that NGOs and the Israeli government should not be creating ads telling us that we need to call our senators, call our congressmen, and demand more funding for Israel, demand more support for Israel. That doesn't make sense. We are in America. It's very simple. So,
wait. First of all, two things about that, right?
Yeah.
When this war first kicked off, one thing me and Tony pointed out to y'all was Israel doing too much. It might have sounded funny when we were saying it. It was like they doing way more than need to be done here. You know what I'm saying, dog? So it's like they taking advantage of the situation, as far as I was concerned. Now, that's anti-Semitic. I don't know what that is. We're just looking at the situation. Now, she went a step further and started calling them all types of names, Marxists and all that. I don't know what that is.
Like that was my point. My point was when the shit kicked off, I didn't have no problem with Israel striking back because Israel was struck first. October 7th.
Exactly.
They struck Israel. My problem with the whole thing is by them going after Hamas and Hamas doing the shit that they was doing, Hamas was hiding behind innocent Palestinians, and innocent Palestinians was getting killed who didn't want the war nor participated in the war, but yet they was basically collateral damage because they was hiding, Hamas was hiding in the cities, hiding amongst the people. And even though Israel was justified in doing what they was doing because they got hit, it was still messed up because the Palestinian people didn't want that, didn't condone that, and is not even fighting in it. So my whole point being it's like anything to do with politics. It's a nuanced situation. It's so many fucking levels to it, and so many.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
to get to the bottom of it.
That's my problem. When people like her, she is one of my misleaders on my list.
Yeah, she trying to make it sound so simple, but it's not simple.
When you as a black person listen to her, you think it's so simple as that. Oh, nobody, we don't go nowhere.
Right, we don't go nowhere.
But I'm gonna ask you about Haiti then. Do you want to do nothing about Haiti then? I would love to have Candace on the podcast ASAP. I got a few questions for her. But one question is, do you not want to send money to Haiti? Yes or no?
Or no.
It's real simple. You don't want to send no money.
She basically gave you an answer because she said she basically don't want to send shit nowhere.
I bet you she don't have no answer for that. First of all, her family is in Caribbean.
And see,
so she gonna have to say something besides no money.
Look,
it's a bad policy to say no money, no war, nowhere. Look, it sounds dumb.
We are the richest country on earth. We got the top military on the planet. But when we like the rest of the world, when we have natural disasters, we have hurricanes, tornadoes, violent storms, whatever. It could be a volcano erupt, earthquakes all the time. Other countries,
like I said, there are so many people there. It's crazy.
Send us help. Some send us aid. Some send us people. Some send us money. Some send us supplies, and it has happened in this country.
True.
On 9/11. Countries from around the world stood with this country. When we went into Afghanistan and we went into Iraq, we didn't go by ourselves. It was other countries that went with us. Lots of other countries. So it ain't like we do for everybody and nobody do for us. We're not in need as much as some smaller countries than us.
Let's see what the rest she's talking about.
She was in mine. My best friend in college was also Jewish. Her name is Ashley. I am still friends with her, and I would always go back with her to Massachusetts and celebrate Rosh Hashanah with her and her grandparents and her mother and her father, very close to them.
Oh, really?
Actually, I could say throughout my life, I have definitively done so many Rosh Hashanah dinners. It's strange, honestly. I've done more Rosh Hashanah dinners, I would say, than any person should that is not Jewish. When I got out of college, I had tons of debt, needed a job immediately, and I found one on the Upper East Side, temporarily nannying for a family, a Jewish family, a very observant Jewish family, who sent their kids to a school that was called Rodef Shalom. Yes, this meant also that every Friday I was there for their Shabbat dinners. My best friend at that time was a girl named Jordana, also Jewish, also someone that I spent Rosh Hashanah dinner with. And I was also dating a man, not kidding, for 2 years. And I lived with him. I don't advocate for that now, young ladies. But I lived with my boyfriend at the time, and he was a Jewish man. And we had mezuzahs on every door in our apartment. Then I got a job, a real world job, working in private equity for 4 years. I happened to work at a firm, a small firm that was run by 2 Jewish men. And I say all the time how grateful I am for those experiences. It was my first real opportunity in life because I was able to work myself out of student loan debt. I was able to learn about finance, crucial part of my upbringing, and also just admiring the success that they had was very motivating to me. Seeing them take a chance on themselves. They were 2 guys out of Goldman Sachs who were taking a chance on themselves in their own private equity firm, and they worked so diligently and so hard. And I knew I want to mimic this. This is incredible. I also was able to travel the world, doing other things for one of the partners of the firm, and I got to see Europe. It transformed me. Stepping outside of your own country on somebody else's dime, what an opportunity. It changed who I am, and it changed my philosophies in life, really. I would say it's a big reason why I am a conservative today. The point that I want to make
just stop right for me. Hold up.
Throughout my...
Hold up. First of all, she said she motherfucking on the Breakfast Club. Said she became a leaning Republican. She didn't even say she's Republican. A Trump supporter, whatever the fuck. After Trump ran. Right? Right here, she's saying it was all because of her Jewish friends. You know. Now she got Jewish friends all over the place too, bro.
I'm about to break. I'm about to break this down.
What the? It's like the motherfucker said I got a black friend at work. Ow!
That's what I was about to say. This is the same thing as when white people say something racist against black people, and the first thing is, man, I got black friends. Or I grew up around
I got a black friend in my job.
Yeah, I got a black friend. Yeah, you know, I dated a black girl in college.
I remember back in the day, next door neighbors was black till they moved.
Right. You didn't tell the motherfucker why they moved.
We was threatening their ass.
Right. It's the same thing. Now all of a sudden,
oh my God. She didn't get caught up with some shit with the Jewish folk. Oh my God.
And now you think that she's Sammy Davis Jr.'s daughter.
And make it so bad is she infatuated herself with my man here when they all call him anti-Semitic, right?
Right.
She gonna go with him, wear his little shirts and all this shit. And then don't expect them to be looking at her on razor thin motherfucking joint. Anything you do or say, you motherfucking with him too.
Look at
You're a dumb bitch.
Let me say something. Let me say something to y'all.
These bitches turning back on the black culture. And
do y'all understand?
Guess what?
Do y'all, the Candace Owens, the Kanye's,
yes,
and do y'all understand that y'all have with these people, y'all have a shelf life? That when you are no longer useful, they kick you to the curb.
Or they threaten you first and make you buckle like these two motherfuckers.
Right. Ex Amorosa. Anybody heard from that bitch?
Buckle.
Anybody heard from Omarosa?
You gonna buckle and we ain't gonna see you no more, motherfucker.
Ask that preacher dude from Ohio, Cleveland, where he was, that was out there having church for Trump, and he running around praying for Trump, and you don't see him no more. Ask him about My African American. You saw him one time.
Not the African American joint. Not that one.
Do y'all understand? Y'all have a shelf life.
I can't even listen to her no more, bro.
That when they through with you, they kick you to the curb.
I'm gonna tell you why I can't listen to her no more. I'm done with her. She's an idiot.
Yeah.
And she literally doing everything for click views, and that's why she here. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
She just lied about her motherfucking she's talking about, oh yeah, I pay off I did my student loans with that. No. It's well documented that she dropped out of school because she had motherfucking problems with her motherfucking joint back then.
Look.
And motherfucking, and which means now you got Biden who's sending $6 billion back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just the things y'all not calculating, bruh. Student loans. She had a problem with that. She didn't want to admit it no more because the Democrats are the only people that's trying to fix that. So she's leaving that out and trying to say she fixed everything on her own. She's a fucking liar. Just like the rest of them, young. The other bitch, Angela King, whatever the fuck her name is, 100 motherfucking kids and shit. She just like her. Act like, man, this shit just throw me off, bro. It's like, bro, come on, man. Y'all cannot act like y'all not black, first of all. Use the system, second of all. And then flip off and just say, I'm a black MAGA.
See,
man, and motherfucking Kwame Brown. Rest of these fools, man. Like, come
this
on.
Is the problem.
We'll start putting Kwame Brown on these things, too.
This is the problem. A lot of people like her,
she the worst.
And these black MAGA Republicans, a lot of these people think that y'all can step over to this other side and you can dog the brothers and the sisters out, you dog black people out, you can do this, you can think that you're accepted and by upper class white America and all of this stuff until they kick you to the curb. And then you want to come back home.
Then what?
But see, we as a black people,
then what?
We are forgiving people. I ain't
gonna lie. If Kansas want to come back, I can take it.
Look, we took OJ back.
Turn around for a minute.
Well, I'm a paid actor, and this isn't a real company.
We took OJ back, and OJ gave us his ass.
How fast you can hire on Upwork. With Upwork, you can post a job,
get
proposals, and...
But at some point...
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna defend the black lady.
I understand that.
If she stopped the Trump shit.
But at some point, we gotta just stop open-ended accepting people back. They got to earn some of them got to earn their way back.
Yeah, she'd never be able to earn her way back.
I'm
gonna defend her because she's black.
Yeah,
but she's not one of us.
Like her, Clarence Thomas. What's that? What's the Ben Carsons of the world? All of these other misleaders that we didn't.
Misleaders.
All of these other misleaders that we didn't talked about on this pod.
Yes.
All of these people. I'm not saying you got to kick them to the curb and leave them on the curb, let them flow down the drain. But
they misleaders, bro.
At some point, you just can't say, well, fuck it. I'm gonna go back black. I'll turn black again.
Exactly. You can't make it hard for us all this time. Switch over and be a coon,
right? And then
flip flop and say, "No, I'm gonna help y'all now."
Well, now you know
nigga,
what?
you got me 8 lashes last week.
Well, yeah. Then you say, when it all go bad, then you say, "Well, shit. At least I do still got this black skin. Maybe I can blend back in."
Exactly.
Hell no.
Once master done with you and find a nice fresh fresh Negro. Got me a fresh Negro. You out,
massa.
You come back to us like, hey, I'm sorry.
Do that.
No, you're not sorry.
You can't
fuck
do
you.
That.
The battle goes on without you, motherfucker.
You know
what's wrong with you? Now, this is what crazy happened to me. Now everybody know abortion is a motherfucking hot button issue, period. Right?
Hot.
And look, this is another thing I want to bring up to everybody, right? MAGA Republicans is one thing, right? When you get on a podcast, you call us leftists and all this shit, right?
Well, goddamn right.
Oh, whatever, Democrats, whatever they be called us, right? But the problem is we disagree a lot. Y'all cannot come on this motherfucker podcast and say we always agree.
Yeah, because if you see the arguments we have over the abortion issue,
y'all literally can't say that.
And the fucked up thing about it is we basically agree.
It's because we Democrats. And then the bottom line is we don't agree on everything. It's stuff to debate. It's stuff to debate in the party.
Because
their side, it's no debate, nothing. You believe one thing, and that's it. Everybody believe one thing. You see the debate between us two a lot. And that's the same debate that goes in to the Democratic Party all the time.
And the shit gonna happen again.
Oh, yeah. Because
might be for the
we never agree. Because just because I don't know, main man called me something last week. He called me a leftist.
He called us leftists. Oh, y'all leftists.
Yeah.
You pro-black
leftists.
You pro-black leftists.
Oh, one thing about that, bro. I do want to take a second out for a minute. For 1 minute. Appreciate you, David, for coming on this podcast. Really appreciate you. And leaving messages on the joint, right? But I do want to give you an apology, though, right? Throughout the conversation, right, I was looking forward to proving a point overall. And I asked you, was you gay or straight, right? That was not my agenda to really, because I wasn't sure were you gay or straight. And my thought process was to say both. Ask either one. That way I'm not being, what's the name? That's what I thought. And I wanted to just move on so I can get to my bigger picture. And I didn't know, and when I look back and look at it, that might have been something that threw somebody off. I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't my intentions. And I do apologize for that. David, I forgot his last name, D. Young.
Yeah.
I appreciate you a whole lot. You came on the podcast last week. But I do want to apologize for just saying that because I don't know if that was offensive or not. But I was just curious to know which way you'll go according to the bills that have been passed. And I was going to go into a bigger picture of people's rights. You know what I'm saying? So I was just really running thinking of that. I didn't want to ask you, was you just gay? Right? That would have been crazy. So I was trying to just ask both of them together so it wouldn't sound as bad. You know what I'm saying? But just in case, if it did offend you, right, David, I appreciate you for coming on, and I do apologize for that. You know what I'm saying, dog? I do.
Yeah, moving on.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Now, let us get to motherfucker Shorty. On this motherfucking, I want to do that. Nah. Let's get to abortion real quick. This is serious. Republicans have a
get that video.
What's her name? They have a senator that been raped.
Yeah.
Which make it curious to first being in the Republican Party, right? First, because let's not deny if it comes down to abortion, rapes, or women's right to choose, that's not the Republican Party. You cannot deny that, right? So it'd be hard if you're interviewing, you'll just ask her stuff like that. So she had an interview with George Stephanopoulos, right? I do want to just tap into the joint a little bit so y'all get a feel for what happened that night, and then we can talk about that joint on the end.
I was raped at the age of 16, and any rape victim will tell you I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward because of that judgment and shame that I felt, and it's a shame that you will never feel, George. And I'm not.
My bad. I want y'all to hear the complete beginning of the joint. Now, this is George Stephanopoulos on This Week. I think he's been in it like 10 years now. So he's been there for a while. He used to be with on the Clinton, I think, campaign. So keep that in mind.
How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Well, I will tell you, I was raped at the age of 16. And any rape victim will tell you I've lived for 30 years with an incredible amount of shame over being raped. I didn't come forward because of that judgment and shame that I felt. And it's a shame that you will never feel, George. And I'm not going to sit here on your show and be asked a question meant to shame me. about another potential rape victim. I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually not about shaming you. It's a question about Donald
No, you
Trump.
are shaming
You've
me.
endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Donald Trump has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury. It's been affirmed by a judge.
It was not a criminal court case, number one. Number two, I live with shame. And you're asking me a question about my political choices, trying to shame me as a rape victim, and I find it disgusting. And quite frankly, E. Jean Carroll's comments when she did get the judgment, joking about what she was going to buy, it makes it harder for women to come forward when they make a mockery out of rape, when they joke about it.
Doesn't it make it harder for women to come forward when they?
It makes it harder when other women joke about it, and she's joked about it. I find it offensive, and I also find it offensive that you're trying to shame me with this question.
I'm not trying to shame you at all. In fact,
I have dealt with this for 30 years. You know how hard it was to tell my story 5 years ago when they were doing a fetal heartbeat bill and there were no exceptions for rape, incest, rape or incest in there. I had to tell my story because no other woman was coming forward. No rape victims were represented. And you're trying to shame me this morning. I find it offensive, and this is why women won't come forward.
Women won't come forward because they're defamed by those who perpetrate rape. Donald Trump
they are judged and they're shamed, and you're trying to shame me this morning. I think it's disgusting.
I'm not shaming you at all.
I told my story. It took me 25 years to tell my story. I was judged for it. I still get judged for it today.
I'm asking you a very simple question.
And I answered it. You're shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
It was not a criminal court. This was a civil court. It was a civil court. And by the way, she joked about the judgment and what she was going to do with all that money. And I find that offensive.
I'm asking you
but
about
as a rape victim who's been shamed for years now because of her rape, you're trying to shame me again by asking me this political question.
You've repeated that again.
I think it's offensive. As a woman, I find it offensive. For my political choices, I've endorsed the man that I believe is best for our country. It's not Joe Biden. And you looked at the dueling rallies yesterday in Georgia. Laken Riley's family was with Donald Trump. They weren't with Joe Biden. The same guy yesterday that apologized for calling her killer an illegal, who wasn't illegal. And here you are trying to shame a rape victim. I find it disgusting.
I mean, you keep saying I'm shaming you.
You are. The question, it is.
How is the question asking you about a presidential candidate who's
You're asking a rape victim.
And there's no question about that. And you've courageously talked about
because I've been raped. I think that's disgusting.
No, I'm questioning your political choices because you're supporting
me. You're
someone who's been found liable for rape. Actually, I'm not trying to.
You are. That's exactly.
You're not answering the question.
I think it's disgusting.
Well, you're welcome to say that, but you have to answer the question. Why are you supporting someone who's been found liable for rape?
I just answered your question.
What is?
Go ahead. All right. Let me start that over. This is straight out their playbook. This is got to be chapter 1 or 2 of the playbook. When you get asked a serious question, deflect and try to put it back on the questioner. You're trying to shame a rape victim. He asked you a legitimate question. As you being a rape victim, how can you support this man who a judge said basically raped a woman? How can you support this man being a rape victim? That's a legitimate question. It's not a gotcha question. It's not a question to shame you. But that's what they do. You ask them a question, and then they immediately try to flip it.
We found that out
to something else.
Like it's not that serious. We just ask you a question. Whatever is a question they can't answer.
Now
it's quickly you try and do something to them.
Now to answer her question about, she tried to flip that. Well, he wasn't convicted in a it was a civil trial, not a criminal trial. Okay. Let's go back to somebody we talked about a few minutes ago, or we mentioned a few minutes ago. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty in his criminal trial. In a criminal trial, he was on trial for killing 2 people and was found not guilty. But yet, they came back. The family came back with a civil trial, and he was found to be liable for the murders. Yet, even though he was found guilty, not guilty in a criminal trial, we still call him a murderer. Am I correct?
True.
He's still considered a murderer. Even though if you look at his criminal record, it doesn't say, under convictions, it doesn't say murderer, convicted of murder. Nowhere. He didn't do time for murder. But yet, everybody still calls him a murderer.
Now,
so why doesn't that same standard apply to Donald Trump? No, you didn't go to a criminal trial, but you was found liable for sexual assault, rape, whatever you want to call it. You was found liable for this, and you had to pay that lady. So if you were found liable and you had to pay it, you are what? You are a rapist or sexual assaulter or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, no, we're gonna give the MAGA the benefit of the doubt. The word rape is what he used, and to them, all right, that ain't what he got convicted of, or that ain't what his charge was. All right, first, this is something you got to pay attention to, right? They went into a situation where Trump's lawyer contested the meaning of the word rape. Now think about that.
Okay.
The meaning of the word rape, they contested that.
Okay.
Was found out the laws in New York didn't explicitly put in penal, sticking into the vagina. It didn't put the actual words in it. Most of us know if you force penetration, that's rape, right?
Right.
But the word, exactly now, but the words penile penetration was not involved. So that's a technical difficulty that New York went through, which has changed now. Which right now, if Trump was to go through it right now, it'll be rape. He'll be locked up for rape. It'll be rape. You feel me? It's just at the time when he went through that, New York laws did not recognize rape in detail like that.
So I guess,
which actually the judge just said he actually raped her.
Yeah.
But New York laws didn't explicitly label it as rape. So therefore, that's why he got the charge of a sexual assault.
So I guess that's why he was figured it was all right to go around grabbing women by the pussy.
Hey, the judge said it. Judge said he raped her. Ain't
That's what I'm saying. The judge said it.
Judge said he raped her.
The judge said it.
She couldn't have
get mad at me.
Convict him on rape because of New York laws.
Yeah.
If he was in another state, he'd been done. It's rape.
Right.
That's not our fault. You know what I'm saying, dog?
I know motherfuckers have been to court with this smacking some ass.
So the only thing that saved him, it was in New York. And the New York laws didn't specifically say penile. Vagina. Forced. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is good. Good lawyer.
So he finger popped the woman.
But the lawyer explicitly told you. You can watch it. Look at this in the Washington Post. The judge itself told you it was rape.
It was rape. He said what he did was basically rape.
No. She didn't put the basic in it. Don't even put that on there because that's gonna make them use that.
What he did.
She said it was rape. They could not convict him of rape because the New York laws didn't have it in it. Simple as that. Now they do. They changed him.
Because of him.
Because they didn't want another rapist to slip out their hands.
Yeah.
And then run for president.
But
fuck around.
That broad Nancy Mace is.
Let's get on here.
That was just. All right. I don't know what to call it.
I'm gonna tell you my overall view of the interview. Right. I'm trying to tell you right now. Something that Republicans do and MAGA Republicans do is once they can't answer something, is you the bad guy, what you just asked me was disrespectful and fuck you, right? When the whole time it wasn't even that serious.
It wasn't that serious.
It's their way to get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying, dog? I done found that out. Ain't nothing y'all can tell me about that. Right. We done came encountered with enough of them to know that what y'all do.
Because she didn't have no answers for nothing. That performance right there, that was just to not be asked anything, period. Because as you can see, it took up the whole interview. So she wasn't gonna be asked nothing else, period. She knew what she was doing.
I mean, he asked her a point blank question, right?
Right.
You support Trump, and he was convicted of, now this is where he made his mistake. He said he was convicted of rape. He was not convicted of rape. Again, he raped her, but they couldn't put the charges on him because it wasn't in the New York statute.
He ain't got convicted.
But technically, in the books, but he raped her. The judge will tell you he raped her
too, because he never went to criminal court before. This was civil court. He was just found liable for sexual assault, or basically.
Exactly. If the laws was like in DC, right, he would have been locked the fuck up.
Right, but he wouldn't. Even if that it was past the statute of limitation for him to go to be on trial for sexual assault or rape, whatever you wanted to call it. The statute of limitations.
It didn't make the
it didn't. But she could still take him to court and get that money, which she did.
And the judge said he raped her.
Yeah, and put it on record, basically, that he did that to her. Yeah. He might not go to jail. Yeah. He might not do no time or whatever, but he paying out a huge amount of money, and it's on record. You did this to me. Yeah. This is what you did to me. You know, so
and the judge went on record to say it was rape.
And the judge went on record to say what you did to her was rape.
Yep.
So
not us. I ain't saying it.
Right.
The judge said.
The judge said. But she could have. The answer could have been as easy as, well, as being a rape victim, maybe she could say, well, I put that to the side and I support this man because I think his policies are best for the country. Or even if you'd have said, I don't believe, even if you would say, I don't believe what happened, and I still support him, I don't support him, or I support the policies or whatever, I would have more respect for you that way. I probably would call bullshit on it, but I would have more respect for you than you just turn around and say that you're trying to shame me. Nobody wasn't shaming you. It was a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question. Just like y'all quick to say, try to ask us, why do you support Biden? Well, Biden didn't support this. Biden didn't support that. We think that Biden is a racist. And I'm like, prove it. And why do you support the Democrats in this, that, and the third? And you know the history of Democrats. Yeah, I know the history of Democrats, and I know the history of Republicans too. And
I think that's where me and you separate with them, because me and you know all of them was racist. Right. They want to tell us that Republicans wasn't for some reason. Like, we agreed Democrats was. They all were.
Right.
Everybody was.
I can tell you.
Like, what the fuck? But they want to say no.
I know.
Only Democrats was racist when the whole country's racist. Everybody.
Because they want to throw the past out. They don't want to talk about what's going on. What the Democratic Party is today is what the Republican Party used to be. What the Republican Party is today, that's what the Democratic Party used to be. Now, you can say, well, the Democrats was the party of the KKK. Who does the KKK support now? Republicans. And they've been supporting Republicans for the longest time. You can say you got Proud Boys and Oath Keepers They're not. Their party is not the Democratic Party. They support the Republican Party. When David Duke came out, he supported Trump. And he's been supporting the Republican Party for the longest. You have all of these people, let's just say, their rhetoric has racial overtones. But you always see them, they support one party. And that's the Republican Party. You can say what the Democrat Party used to be. I got news for you. You can say it, but the Democrat Party isn't that way. The Democrat Party cleaned up their act. When the civil rights bill comes up, when the voting rights bill come up, when the George Floyd Police and Reform Act come up, it isn't the Democratic Party that's fighting tooth and nail to not pass these bills or to kill these bills. It's the Republican Party. When the police when the police is out here killing young black men at a rate we ain't seen since the 60s and 50s, it's not the Republican Party that's saying anything about police reform.
That's not our fault either.
Y'all act like we don't see this.
It ain't
That's
my
the problem,
fault, bro.
Right.
It's the black
We see
MAGAs
this.
that don't see actual stuff in their face.
Yeah. When after George Floyd, after the George Floyd was murdered, it wasn't our fault that Tim Scott, who's a black man and a black Republican, who put up a bill on police reform that was total bullshit. It was seen right through for what it was. He was called out on it. But y'all say, well, you know, when Tim Scott put up a bill, y'all shot it down because y'all think we stupid. Y'all think that anything anybody black put up, we going for it. No, we see through that bullshit too.
Yeah, that was some fake shit. Again, that's why we here, and people like Candace Owens and them, they don't this shit fly over their head. You know what I'm saying? Way over. Now, that abortion shit is real serious in America, bro. There's some states out here that's not even expanding healthcare that Obama gave them. They ain't even expanding. Obama been gone for how many years now? They still ain't expanded the motherfucking healthcare in that states. Why? Why would you sit there and support a motherfucker like that, bro?
I saw that the other day. What the fuck? How they talked about that too. That how Republican states, when they was offered the money, they was offered the money to expand healthcare, and they wouldn't take it because it came from Obama. Yeah. And they didn't want to give Obama a win.
Dumb shit.
Okay. That gets back to my point. The point I make over and over and over and over and over again. They will basically F their constituents over, F their people over, leave their people hanging just to say, but I ain't take no money from that nigga. Okay, but then you got people that's dying in your state, people that's sick that can't get well. You got people that's sick and go through prolonged sickness and eventually die.
Exactly.
Because you didn't want to take that money.
Dumb shit, bro.
Because it was offered by somebody whose policies you didn't agree with.
Stupid shit. That's why I say most of their voters.
That's dumb.
They are brainwashed to the nth degree.
Right.
Where they falling behind stuff that's it. First of all, like you just said, They're not making sense when they like. Do you think motherfucking Trump care about none of this shit?
Hell no.
So it's just like for abortion, for example, you had a state senator, Arizona, get up in the middle of the floor. Now, Republicans feel like that's another joint, man. Number soul, brother. We went at it again about abortion. Again, Democrats or what would he call us? Leftists, whatever the fuck that is.
Leftists, Democrats.
Never agree because none of us is worried about the same thing. No, we want different ideas to get the same thing done. In a Republican Party, it's only one thing. Whatever that person want, Trump, that's how I go. It's like, what the fuck? Y'all ain't even debating nothing inside yourselves. Y'all actually telling me that all y'all MAGA Republicans believe the same shit, but y'all don't even debate amongst yourselves about nothing? I mean, that's just some fucking crazy shit. That's a cult. That's
a brainwashed party. Yeah. And back to what I was saying a minute ago. With them not taking the money that Obama offered them on a lot of things. But one thing I like about Joe Biden, and one thing that I get a kick out of every time he does it, because he does it on the regular, that when the infrastructure bill got passed, not one Republican voted for it. Am I correct? Not one? Zero. Okay, I didn't want to, get me right if I'm wrong.
Zero with an O.
Okay. All right. But not one Republican voted for it. But when the money went to those states, those red states, and the groundbreaking took place with bridges, roads, bridges, broadband, and all kind of stuff that was in the bill. You seen these governors and these senators out there for photo ops, posing with pictures and so on and so forth. And Biden, that's one thing I get a kick out of. He calls them out. He even called them out about it in the State of the Union. He said, hold on. You voted against this bill, but you standing out here when the money come through like you voted for it. Tell your people, you didn't vote for this shit. You voted against it. But now you want to act like you voted for it.
Exactly. The same thing about Obama. I mean, Affordable Care.
Yeah.
All voted against it.
All voted against it.
It's like, you can't tell me that don't. There's a lot of people out there that save people's lives, bro. It's like,
shamed them.
Just because Obama did it, you don't want to save lives. It's ridiculous.
And then what shamed them so bad was when that it was a senator, it was somebody in Congress that got sick and needed needed Obamacare to get the care that they needed. And says it was a Republican, and he said so on the House floor. He said, I done got such and such, and if it wasn't for Obamacare, I don't know how.
You'd be dead.
I'd be dead. I'd be broke. I don't know how my family would survive. It's a fact too. I know.
State Senator Eva Birch sharing a personal decision to terminate her pregnancy, explaining her decision and why she believes it's important to discuss the topic.
After numerous ultrasounds and blood draws, we have determined that my pregnancy is once again not progressing and is not viable. And once again, I have scheduled an appointment to terminate my pregnancy. I don't think people should have to justify their abortions, but I'm choosing to talk about why I made this decision, because I want us to be able to have meaningful conversations about the reality of how the work that we do in this body impacts people in the real world.
Now, Birch did not say how far along her pregnancy is. Arizona banned abortion after 15 weeks. However, the state Supreme Court is still deciding whether a near total
That right there is something that you might not even look at as significant, but that right there, her standing in the middle of the Senate, and actually saying out her mouth that she got an abortion. Oh, crazy, bro. Did you hear though, bro? She actually said that she got an abortion. On the middle of the Senate floor.
Oh, yes.
Now, think about the reasons why. She said she had so many miscarriages. Doctor told her this baby is not going to live through the term. So you, as a Republican in them, you telling her to just take the baby through term and just rape and shot and have it.
Right.
That's where we coming into with issues. And then by her being a senator, bro, I gotta give her so much credit for doing that, bro. She jumped out there in front of everybody and said that shit on the floor in Arizona.
Arizona.
We do it in Arizona. You gotta give her credit on that one. Think about it. Arizona won't ban it all, period. Meaning you don't have no business doing it at all.
At all.
She a senator in that state and said, I just got one. Fuck you.
But see, they don't, the people,
Hey,
the people that want a total ban, on abortion, they don't understand. They act like they don't understand, or they don't want to understand, and they don't want to acknowledge. Look, sometimes the fetus is not going to make it. Sometimes the baby is not going to make it to term. Sometimes carrying this kid to term can kill the mother. Sometimes both might not make it. And then when you have a woman that has had miscarriages, a miscarriage, multiple miscarriages, or whatever, they don't want to acknowledge or understand the emotional toll it takes on women, especially if she didn't want to have kids or didn't want to have a family, she wouldn't keep trying. So that's a hell of an emotional toll it's taking on this woman she keep getting pregnant, and this could be it. I carry this one to term, and then whatever happens, y'all gotta think about this. You might not agree with abortion, and I personally don't think it's a person in this world who actually agrees with it or likes it. But there are people who believe it's a woman's right to choose for whatever reason. And most of the time, a lot of the times, woman chooses to have abortion because of health reason. It could be the health of the child, the health of the mother, or whatever, or rape, incest, or whatever.
Exactly.
That's her choice to make.
To me, it's like that between them. Like, that's why I say, me personally, right? I don't fuck with abortion, period. My first daughter was here because I don't do abortions. I went tooth and nail against my daughter mother family, bro. They could not stand me at all. They damn sure ain't want me to have a baby. They wanted an abortion ASAP.
Nope, you ain't having a baby by this motherfucker.
And I forced the issue of, nah, I gotta have, you can't get no abortions. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
That was just how I feel. I feel that way. But I don't feel like if the situation came down to it, we had to get one. I don't want nobody saying, no, you can't get one.
Right.
So that's how I feel. It's like, if it come down to making a choice, I don't want to get one.
And that sounds like the same stance I take, but we sit back arguing. Like I say, I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but it's not my choice to make. You don't have to answer to me. And for whatever reason, it's many a reason why women have. And I'll say 99% of them are good reasons.
Yeah. And to me, it's not my business.
Right. It's not not on me. It's not on me. It's I can believe what I want to believe, but in the end, you don't answer to me. And that's the problem.
That's why I say once they start writing bills for that, they put the religion in it now. Like you just said, the same thing I said. If we leave the religion out, it's just something we just feel human nature we shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But when you're writing bills, you can't say now, no, religion say this now. That's why you can't do it. In fact, let's ban it all. Like, what? That's way crazy, especially in America. You know what I'm saying, dog? But people should, especially women, black women in general, because they was the last motherfuckers, and still to this day, to get any type of respect in America.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man. You should have just the right to do what the fuck you want. That's one thing we preach on this podcast at all time. Just have your right to do what you want, period. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's the only thing. Rights for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we fought for that. It's like no reason for all our history to be fighting for rights and to just get here in the 2024 and be like, fuck rights. Because when people be like, man, that slavery stuff is so long, I want you to picture something, right? I want everybody to picture this. Close your eyes, right? A catastrophic event just happened. Say the moon just eclipsed everything for a second and went back up. The world is fucked up. There's no electricity. There's no internet. There's no lights. Guess what? Same thing as 1617. And I guarantee you, if we go too long in the dark, where everybody got to use candles, your black ass will be round up. And that's a guaranteed fact, my nigga. And that right there will be us back in that time. And when you say that's some shit that never happened again, that is bullshit. It can happen. Literally, if we out here fighting for food or all that shit right now, what will happen to the black people in America? White mothers are round our asses up, bro. ASAP. In the dark. Run around with candles. If a catastrophic event happened on the soul right now, where everything is no more electricity, it's just nothing no more. We back to looking like back in 1600s.
Try that shit if they want to get their ass tore up.
Trust me. Niggas gonna try to they gonna Alabama, Kentucky. Sorry for y'all niggas out there. Now, of course, it's here in DC. It's not gonna be as easy.
Ain't gonna be easy damn.
But shit, you outnumbered. You can't see. You're in candles. We back in the motherfucking slavery days ASAP, bro.
Niggas got guns. Niggas shoot. You try that shit if you want to.
It's too many white people, bro. Mm-hmm. That's why they slaved us from the beginning. It was too many of them.
Yeah. But it's enough of us now.
Think so?
Ain't important.
Not when you got Candace Owens in them. These type MAGA motherfuckers.
First motherfucker get shot.
See, then think about that situation we'll be in. Where would the MAGA Republicans go if that situation happened right now? What side would they be on? Now you see what I'm saying? When it's not politics no more,
white people
it's life or death.
White people save me. Ain't gonna say your ass.
Yeah. They ain't gonna say your ass. Your ass will be in that motherfucking joint in the basement, locked the fuck up, doing some hard labor, keeping their house running. That's what the fuck gonna happen.
And get your porch monkey.
Making sure the candles work, you know, all that good shit, motherfucker. You're gonna be like motherfucking coons.
Get your motherfucking porch monkey ass on.
If you bring that to 2024, that's gonna be these MAGA motherfuckers. That is the
problem. You got some. You. The problem is if it was some shit like that to go down, you got some niggas out in this world that'll let that shit happen.
Now you see what I'm saying?
That'll try to let that shit happen.
Now you see what I'm saying? The Candace Owens.
But see, this is different.
These niggas we've been talking about, these misleaders. Yeah. What side are they gonna be doing once that shit hit?
But see, nowadays
or Civil War. What about a Civil War?
You don't got.
Will they jump on the Trump side in the Civil War?
Look,
the MAGA black motherfuckers. What side are you on once the Civil War hits?
I'm gonna say this. It's people like Proud Boys and Oath Keepers.
Oh my God.
It's some people out there that actually do want a race war. You want a race war.
They ran up in the joint in January 6th.
Yeah, they want a race war, but do you really want a race war? Because you're not dealing with uneducated, uncouth, unknowing black people as you was back in the day when you could get away with this shit. And you will not get away with this shit nowadays anyway, because you if it was a race war, you would have so many white people on the side of black people.
I don't know.
No, you won't have a significant amount that want to, but just like you could tell by just like how many white people took to the streets for George Floyd. How many white people?
A catastrophic event where the whole just fucked completely up. You think they care about black people, bro? Are you serious?
Some would. Some know where they bread is buttered at. You will have some that fight on the good side, and you have many more on the bad side.
Now, when you think about it, that is a situation where will take us back to the 16th century where it was no lights and we was just walking around out and just finding spaces out in the world. You know what I'm saying? It'd be just like that. It'd be dark as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That'd be wild as shit though. What would we do though? We outnumbered, so we can't just be.
You be outnumbered, but half the motherfuckers, you got to be understanding this too. We might be outnumbered, half the motherfuckers over the other side be scared to death of us any fucking way. So
I hope so.
And we know how to get. And look, what they gonna do?
Zones in them out this bitch.
What they gonna do? They're not coming in the hood.
Stephen A. Smith's in them.
They're not coming in the hood. Them motherfuckers won't even shit. Them motherfuckers won't even come in the hood to try to earn our vote.
It's Ice Cubes in them, boy.
So you think these motherfuckers will come up in Southeast Washington D.C. and try to enslave a nigga? Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about those states where it's just like Kentucky, Louisiana.
Kentucky,
you fucked out there, black man. You tripping. Now here in DC, it's gonna be a battle. In fact, we're gonna win that battle.
We're gonna win that battle.
Yeah, that's gonna be an easy one. But shit, when you start slipping your ass out here too far.
Because if it got to that way, if it got to be some shit like that and it was a race war, shit. Niggas be done hopped in their motherfucking cars and drove to motherfucking Tennessee. Y'all ain't doing that shit.
Because it wouldn't even be coming here. You're right. Like New York niggas, DC niggas, be going all the way to Tennessee. Nigga, that's what action at. Fuck wrong with
you. Where y'all going? Motherfucker put out the call.
Going to Nebraska, all that shit. Let's head out there.
Yeah.
But think about that minute. That's how it was back in the 16th centuries, bruh.
Yeah, though, but you
think about that.
But yeah, though, but
it was like some people down here was like, nah, we going up there to help them up there in the South. Think about that.
You like I said, back then you had
think about our thought process just now when we just went through. It's the same thing.
You got uneducated, uncouth. You had house niggas that thought Massa was treating them well. I'm not leaving Massa.
Yeah, them the Republicans right now.
Right.
We know that was all.
I love me some Massa.
Yeah.
So
those are conservative MAGA, whatever the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is,
and what was that dude who came on with?
And the thing about all that
libertarian.
And the thing about all that is back then, brothers ain't had guns. Brothers got guns. Brothers got big guns. Brothers ain't scared to shoot.
Depending on what state you in. Fuck that.
If it's a goddamn race war, it don't depend on what state you in. Niggas ain't scared to shoot.
You in North Carolina, Nebraska, Tennessee. Ouch.
Shit.
My niggas.
Get your ass.
Bring your ass down here like we did back
Tennessee.
in the 16th centuries. And my grandmother did when she ran down barefooted from North Carolina, getting away from segregation. Shit. And guess what? Here I am.
Hey, you fuck around here. You fuck around there in Memphis and shit. And And motherfucking 3-6 Mafias tell all them niggas, come on, we gonna go get these motherfucking crackers. Shit. It's on.
We expressed a little bit about Haiti before we go, you know what I'm saying, dog. We appreciate everybody that expressed their feelings about Haiti, you know what I'm saying, dog. And news today is one of the leaders, gang leaders, been murdered, been shot. I still don't think that's enough. I just want America to just go over there, bro. I just want take whoever Europe, whoever the fuck, just go over there and just end this shit for real. But I don't like when Haitian leaders and people over there just automatically say, the USA administration. Like, come on. Like, trust me, I'm already mad about a lot of shit, but $300 million is just not nothing now. You know what I'm saying? That ain't like that is. You can motherfucker redo a police force, feed. You can do a lot of shit with $300 million now. So it ain't like he ain't doing nothing for your asses. I'm gonna defend him on that. Even though I've been on his ass, this whole Haiti thing. I told y'all this Haiti thing is gonna be his Katrina. Remember I told you that? Yeah. Long time ago. This, I feel like if he get reelected, this is his Katrina, because he haven't. This $300 million, cool. I get that, bro. I know you need that. But to me, you can feed the country money all you want. That ain't gonna solve the problem.
But see, the thing about Haiti is you can bury Haiti. You can bury Haiti news on the back burner.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy over there now.
And
once they shot the leader, the gang leader, not barbecue, it's another one. It's just, I don't see no end in that. And then America sent $300 million over there. The UN about to send a convoy over there, but I don't see no good incomes in this shit, man. But shouts out to motherfucking Al Sharpton. Came out the other day with a speech about yesterday. Speech about Haiti, him and the mayor of New York. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's what I mean. Me and the number one soul brother been expressing this motherfucking Haiti shit for a minute. I know a lot. I mean, what's my man Roland Martin? He been talking about Haiti and shit. But the thing with Tony told y'all the other day, if Club Shay Shay don't talk about it, if Oprah don't talk about it, if Michael Jordan don't talk about it, y'all don't understand. Once it come out their mouths, now we have an issue. Yeah, now it's on the plate. And that's what Al Sharpton supplies. Whether y'all know that or like it or not, once he come on the scene, he supplies similar activity. Something has to get done.
But see, Republicans can't stand Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, they hate with a passion.
Exactly. Right now, he's worried about
they'll block any goddamn.
It's not another person. Give me the MAGA person.
But who
was that person told us the other day that Al Sharpton was something? He was racist or something?
Yeah.
I need that person to tell me where's the MAGA person that's talking about Haiti.
It isn't one.
Thank you, bro.
Like I say, until some prominent voices come out, like
exactly. That's what I mean. Al Sharpton's supplying it.
We talk
it's
about
a start.
We've been talking about people with platforms. Exactly. Oprah has a network, and she still does her Oprah Winfrey show and all these specials. Like the other night, her ass was on network TV with a special about weight loss.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that the other day too.
When she taking Ozempic 2, which is a diabetes drug. All them diabetes drugs do the same thing, because I take one of them myself, but I have diabetes, and I know what the drug does. And you got people out here taking medicine that's made for diabetics to help diabetics so they can lose weight. And she's been taking this drug. And she owns Weight Watchers. She bought Weight Watchers a couple years ago.
Okay, yeah.
Now she had to step down.
She sold that.
because
and all the money she got from that, she did get a charity for everybody.
Nah, she still had weight. I don't know if she sold.
She gave it up.
She was still on the board. I know
all
that
her
much.
money that she get from that. She sold. She gave it to charity.
Okay.
In fact, it was a matter of fact, black colleges.
But she was still on the board, and she had to step down from the board because of this shit with those.
I had to point it out because everybody was ragging on her and Jordan about that. They do a lot of stuff, but we don't really know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like this. All her proceeds from Weight Watchers went to charities.
Yeah.
All Jordan's salary from his 2 years with the Wizards went to charities. Yeah, everybody don't know that.
Right. And everybody don't know about the huge tax write-off that come with that shit too.
Yeah, but your shit went to charities.
But you're still making money. You're making more money than what you.
In fact, Jordan didn't get paid his 2 years with the Wizards.
But that's
ain't that some
story.
shit?
That's
Oprah
another story.
Send all their money to this is important because most people don't think of them doing anything. And when they do shit, you gotta point them out.
I mean, that's cool.
They do a lot of shit.
They do shit, but the shit they do.
For example, his whole salary was what, $3-4 million?
I get that they do shit, but they don't do shit. But the shit that they do, it ain't like it don't benefit them in the end. It is not like they just gave up shit that in the end they don't get no benefit from the shit.
But if you get from his whole salary, what Jordan get from giving up his salary?
Shit, he donated it. If he donated it, he got a write-off. He made money, but that's cool. That's that's how you do. That's how you do. But
I just want to point out,
they
do
cool.
something.
They do shit. But I say, I mean, in the end,
Weight Watchers, that's a lot of bread she sent to charity, bro. Weight Watchers
and got most of it back,
but it went to Weight Watchers.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, charities.
It's cool, but the shit, the shit you order, the shit that they order stand up for, they never stood up for, and that's the problem. Yeah, you can donate to charity, and get a nice big fat tax write-off and refund or whatever. That's one thing, but when you see injustices, especially to your own people out in this world, and you don't stand up and say nothing, you make some snide ass comment about it. That's the shit that really matter, because your voice carries a lot of weight. Your voice, when you got people like Oprah and Michael Jordan, their voice carry more weight than their money. Sure, your money can do a lot of good, but also your voice and the platform you stand on, because you reach a lot of people.
And that comes down to the Stephen A thing we was talking about earlier.
When you got a platform, Oprah,
they know not to say
Jordan,
no.
Oprah and Michael Jordan are two of the most recognizable people in the entire world. In the entire world. Your voice means something. Like when Michael Jackson was alive. Michael Jackson, he was probably of his time the most famous person in the world. And he could say and do anything about anything anywhere in the world. And his voice and his shit got done because he had that kind of platform, and he had that kind of stroke behind him. Even in his time, Muhammad Ali was one of the most famous people in the world. And when he spoke on, and you play the clips on this pod, when he spoke on any issue, people paid attention. That's what I say about people like Oprah and Michael Jordan. I ain't down on them for the donations and making light of the donations they make. Oprah built a school in Africa and all this old good stuff. But the shit that you ought to speak out for,
they don't talk. Yeah.
The shit that you ought to speak out and use your voice on, especially as a black man and a black woman, you don't.
Let me ask you this. Is that their way to keep making their money?
Hell
By just
yeah.
not saying anything but doing things?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
for example, Stephen A. You got Stephen A. You got all these people running around and turning in circles and pretzels now, trying to do what they saying and shit. And then Oprah and Jordan just don't say things at all. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because they know how that happens.
This what Jordan's this what happened with Jordan. Jordan was asked. He was asked point blank. And this is public record. He was asked point blank about the violence that's associated with the shoes that bear his name. And his answer was, they were like, Jordan, what do you say about the violence and people getting killed over your sneakers, the sneaker that bears your name? His answer was, Republicans buy shoes too. What? Dude, he asked you about these young kids out here robbing people, and it is still going on these days, to this day, robbing people, killing themselves, killing each other over the latest Jordans when they come out, over shoes that's $250, almost $300 going on now in some places. Republicans buy shoes too. That ain't got nothing to do with it, because the youngins that's killing each other out here, these little mofos ain't even, half of them ain't even old enough to vote yet. So why can't you speak up on that, especially when you know how much these youngins out here, and especially at that time, admired you.
Now that I do agree with. They do a lot of things under the scenes, and either one of them talks on social issues, but you seeing why they don't, because you see what Stephen A. going through. You see, once people do that, what's his name, Kanye West. Once you do that, they smart. Because once you do that, you gotta go all the way. You gotta be Muhammad Ali. You gotta say fuck it, fuck my career,
even though
everything.
Even though I'm not,
I believe
LeBron
this.
James,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not a LeBron
LeBron
James
don't do
fan.
it.
Who? LeBron doesn't. I give him that much. LeBron stands out there with LeBron, Wade. They on social issues. I give LeBron credit for that.
Well, be quiet then.
LeBron has stepped out there on George Floyd, on police brutality, on a lot of things. LeBron has stepped out there. That's why the chick on Fox News made that comment. Tell LeBron to shut up and dribble. I give him that. But Michael Jordan never did. And it's his thing. If he think that'll do damage to his brand, and he don't want to,
it ain't just him playing basketball. It's a shoe.
If it's, put it like this, if his brand means more to him than the people who basically supporting his brand and has built his brand up to be what it is, that's on him.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight for show. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Get touched on a lot of shit tonight for sure. We touched on Elon Musk for sure. We touched on a lot of things. But Elon Musk joint, the interview with Joint, what's his name, right? From CNN. They saying he got rid of his contract and everything after that, right?
Yeah, he ain't like the interview, so he just basically canceled his podcast.
And then your man went on the joint on The View and said he never had a contract with him. It's like, oh, here we go with these motherfuckers doing all that bullshit again. It sounds like to me like, I don't know. I watched the interview. I listened to the interview, right? And Elon Musk, there's a lot of things in the interview I didn't know him before, right? There's a lot of things in the interview I don't notice about him, right? Is He one of them people that be like, I'm not Republican, but everything come out their mouth is
He sound like one.
Is Democrats is this, Democrat is that, right? And it dawned on me. It dawned on me. He said he ain't endorsing anybody. He ain't giving nobody no money. None of that, right?
Yeah, that's what he say.
And then at the end, he said, by the end of the race, I will pick somebody to endorse.
Donald Trump.
And it's like, huh? So dude was like, which one you leaning to? He said, I'm leaning away from Biden.
He always was.
Again, when y'all say stuff like that, it's nothing else left. Y'all be motherfuckers be trying your best not to say Trump. I don't support him, but nah, I'm not Biden. It's like what the fuck? Who else is left?
It's a big thing that Mike Pence said that he's not supporting Trump, that Trump's unfit.
He said that?
Yeah, he said it last week.
Now,
I mean,
my thing was this, that's
killed,
cool.
So that's cool and all. And everybody making a big thing over it. But you should have said this when the motherfuckers ran up in the Capitol.
Yeah,
he was like, he was cool if they hang your ass.
Yeah, his shit is useless, bro.
But you stood behind him on all kind of wild ass shit.
I don't want to hear people like him, man.
But now all of a sudden, okay, now I don't support him. He ain't fit. He should have not been fit. You will say that now because you know you done jumped out there and ran for president, and you know your window is closed. It's done. You'll never be president. You know everybody that ran in this cycle against Trump will never be president. Y'all can hang it up. In 2028, it's going to be a whole new setup, people running, and none of y'all ain't gonna be it. Yeah, y'all gonna try to get in, y'all gonna be out with the quickness.
Well, there's a few things tonight that I want to go back over, right? Like, first of all, like the joint we had with the shorty had the not the abortions. Yeah, she had she stood in the middle of the Senate floor.
Yeah,
that was the shit. I give her shots out for getting up there and really saying you had a. She literally said I had
one,
bro. Like, damn,
y'all did it. Damn,
I gotta give her shots out, right? I fucks with her for real. And then in the motherfucking interview with Elon Musk, right? He said he take medicine for mental issues, right? And when my man asked him, okay, what's the prescription? When you take them, what time? He was like, nah, I just take them every once in a while when I want to. So he's like, what let me see the bottle. What does it say on the bottle? Like that, right? He was like, nah, there's no bottles. He was like, yeah, how you taking medicine? To me, when people like him with all this money promote medicines like that, that's dangerous, bro. Him and what's the other podcast dude? They always talk about Aaron Rodgers, talking about stuff that's just not like, what are y'all doing? You gonna have people drinking bleach like this nigga said.
Trump told us to drink bleach.
Like, come on, what are y'all doing, yeah? This shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, these people, they crazy.
But he said he depressed, and he be taking some shit every once in a while. I think that's what he probably got mad at. Yeah, I still don't know what he got mad at man about. I really think he got mad at him when he started insinuating that he was kind of a racist by supporting Trump.
But the shit he allows on his platform. The minute he bought,
that's what I'm talking about. It started off from that conversation of what's on the platform and what he supports.
Twitter, all the racists came out.
This motherfucker,
and he didn't do nothing about it. And the first thing he wanted to do was unsuspend Donald Trump and give him his account back.
He asked this nigga about the racism on his platform. This nigga said, we got 1 minute left. You got one question left.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it, motherfucker. This shit is over. Like, bruh. I don't know. I think the rights got him mad, and then the racism. He was ready to go.
Hell yeah.
He was ready to go. Oh, he asked him about Trump. He said, did Trump give you some money? Like, nah, you gonna get Trump some money? He's like, no, that's not in my plans. But he kept pinning them down. You feel me? Where he kept on saying, I'm not voting for Biden at all. But won't say nothing about Trump. It's the wildest shit that be going on with these people, bro. It's funny as shit. Like you could just beat them up, Democrats, all day long. When I say you're Republican, you're not one.
Tucker Carlson to have a podcast on there.
On X, right?
Yeah, and Tucker Carlson is
Rachel Maddow too.
But Tucker Carlson is an abject racist.
That's what I mean. That's why he wanted to put on Don Lennon and Rachel Maddow to combat it, so everybody won't be saying it's a racist ass platform when you just got all these boo the fool MAGAs on the joint. You know what I'm saying? So he agreed. I don't think Rachel Maddow agreed to that shit. Hell no. So this fool agreed. Of course he gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. This is Hoodview Politics as usual. You know what I'm saying, dog? We come in night and give you the politics from the hood point of view, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say we get out of here?
Nah. Nope.
Please check us out, man.
Each and every Tuesday, I guess.
Exactly. If you're a Black Republican, we definitely want you to come on in and discuss anything you have a problem with. We definitely want that. But please,
they ain't coming here to discuss it.
Please discuss it with us, though, bro. Don't get mad and run. Don't get mad. Call us names. Just talk.
That's what they're gonna do.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Can we just do that? Any Black Republicans, you know what I'm saying, dog? Conservatives, whatever they are.
And I'm ready to start cussing y'all ass back.
It's a new one. Libertarian. That was dude said.
Oh, the libertarian?
Yeah, whatever that is. They gonna say anything besides
what a libertarian is.
Anything besides Democrat.
Who's the last libertarian candidate that won?
And all MAGA people are ex-Democrats. They all MAGAs. That's a curious thing too. Because where are they at? You looking at motherfucking Candace Owens. Candace Owens in the world of nowhere now. She in so deep of water. She looking at niggas like us on the motherfucking beach like, damn, bitch. We can't help your ass. You went too far. You went too far with them crackers.
See, this dude come on here the other night. This dude come on here the other night talking about, and I asked him what was the libertarian. He said libertarian is basically
David Bama, right? David dude.
Yeah, he said basically was
it was wrong. I looked it up.
God damn it.
I forgot who started libertarian, John.
What the fuck was the word?
It was close, but he ain't saying
a capitalist. An advocacy, libertarian, an advocate or supporter of a political philosophy that advocates only minimal state intervention, small government, in the free market, and private lives of citizens. Yeah, no true libertarian would ever support a culture where citizens must show their papers to travel. A person who advocates civil liberty, philosophy, a person who believes in the doctrine that human beings possess free will. Okay.
Yeah. So David,
everybody has a free will.
David, man, anytime you want to come on and join as a libertarian, even though we know you're Republican, that's us. Do you, bro? We want that point of view too, man. As a black person, we're gonna say you black, you know what I'm saying? But as a black person, man. And don't forget, man, appreciate you for coming on and join too. You know what I'm saying? Expressing that point of view. Black people around the world, any point of view you have that disagree with us. And another thing, y'all need to know that we had plenty more bobbleheads up here, right? My man knocked these joints off the table. And I told him, I said, they gonna think we just remember that shit? I said, no, they just gonna think we just love these two. Well, all the other joints broke. And these are two that was left.
Right.
I told you that day, I said, everybody gonna think we just love.
Hey, we got a Trump bobblehead up there.
Yeah, but they don't know about all that. Once them joints broke, I told you, I said, damn, we're gonna have these two people here, and all they're gonna do is think we just love these two.
I don't love no damn Trump.
But we did have a lot of other motherfuckers over here. We ain't just sit and say we just want Obama here and Hillary Clinton and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do that. Kamala was up here. A lot of people was up here, but you just had a bad ending. Them joints hit the floor. You know what I'm saying? Now that's it. So man got up and said we supporting bobblehead. Well, fuck, he was talking about war criminals.
Got them bobbleheads up there.
War criminals or some shit, yeah. But it ain't that. We just putting most important people just up here. You know what I'm saying? It's just all we doing. We had Biden. We're gonna get Biden back up here too. We're gonna get everybody back up here. Everybody that broke. I don't know if that's a sign or not. Everybody broke and shit. These two left. You know what I'm saying, dog? It might be. It might be. We don't need her to come back no more. She too old. You know what I'm saying, dog?
But she ain't old as motherfucking Trump and Biden. That is true.
But she said she too old herself.
Yeah, she ain't.
But them two niggas ain't gonna never say that.
Shit.
Hey, Biden, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's get it in. You and Trump. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, any black MAGAs, let's get it on. Hey, up on here anytime you wanna do it. Bring it on. You know what I'm saying? Anytime. We are HVP. You know what I'm saying, dog? Straight Hoodview Politics. Check us out each and every Tuesday night live. Bringing out the politics from a hood point of view. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view.